2 months ago, I made this announcement that I will stop making 3D courses and focus more on AI storytelling. So in this video, I will explain if it was worth it or not. So I wasn't surprised that a lot of you were not happy with my switch. I was making environment courses for quite a long time, and then I was just switching to AI. But what a lot of you don't know is that I had a reason for this. I wanted to find out if AI was really that special for replacing 3D environments or not. And if nobody shares the experience, then we are in the unknown. So I wanted to deep dive into AI scene building and enchanting my scenes, and just sharing that with you, sharing my experience so you know exactly if it is worth spending a lot of time in making 3D environments or focus more on AI. That's pretty much it, what I wanted to discover. So let me explain my findings, and you will be maybe surprised on my final conclusion. So let's start with the first point. What did I want to test with AI, what I couldn't do with 3D? So I have to go back to 2025, the year that I was getting spammed, and probably you as well, with AI propaganda. So many visuals with nice looking scenes, what you could do with it, and also with video. So I was wondering, what can I do with my own scenes? Is it really that easy? So as you know, creating 3D environments is a lot of work. You have to spend weeks, months. I mean, it doesn't really matter how much, but it's a lot of time you invest. And if it's like that easy to simply prompt and you can create amazing results, what is it worth spending all that time, all that investment in this, learning this craft from scratch? So I wanted to find out, and I did. So the first thing I tested was starting with just prompting and reference images. So there are quite a lot of reference images, and the reason I was so amazed by this AI technique was that I was seeing documentaries about old cities that came to life with just using reference images. And I have to say, I tested it and I was quite amazed. That works really good. So it's just making these images more alive. They put motion in it. So that was quite a nice test. So the next thing I did was, can I simply by prompting without using any reference images, making a nice looking result? Because if that is possible, a lot of things will change, because there is a lot of competition in the field by people who are going to make historical reconstructions. And it kind of sounds weird. Can you create a scene with just a prompt? What I did was finding some reference images, but then creating a kind of a scene that I like to see. And it failed. Like not once, but multiple times. And I've never seen like a good result. So just using reference images and enchanting these works pretty well. Kind of amazing. But creating something new out of reference images and prompting is absolutely a no-go. And I tried like everything. Nano Banana 2, ChatGPT, Grok, and I tested it, and I don't believe this is ever going to happen. So that was the first test. So the next test I did was improving my work, my 3D work. So I was feeding it with my 3D environments. I simply asked, can you add more detail to the nature and the structures, making them look more old? And like the positive thing in this is that if you focus on the nature, it's doing really well. Like adding more details to the grass, the trees really come to life and they're blending with the environment. So I was kind of impressed. So that was the good part. And the bad part, and that's like a really bad part, it was also changing, even if I didn't ask, the size of the buildings. It's adding like a lower door or more windows, like really important things I really didn't want to change. And looking at ornaments, it was totally ruining it. So I was very disappointing at that point. And it was not always doing that. So it was kind of between. Sometimes for a scene, it did everything well. Maybe a little bit too intense on the nature part, but it was just leaving the architecture like alone. One of the major topics I wanted to test was AI storytelling. Asking AI to design a character and putting this in my scene. And my findings are kind of double. So let's start with the positive thing. So it is possible to add a character from an AI design in a scene and put motion in it. And I made 2 sample movies. I put these on my YouTube. You can just watch it if you like, where a character is just walking, go to a specific destination, and like end of story. The purpose of these short movies was playing around with feeding it with my own images from a specific scene and adding motion. So it has kind of potential. Let's start with something positive. But, and this is, I don't know where this is going, but let's just judge it from what I've seen. Every shot you make, it looks like kind of different. So in one shot you have your character looking a specific way, and in another shot it can look totally different. And the same for the structures. It has so much issue to keep your structures the same. So in one shot it has red brick, and the other one is kind of brown, and the windows change. So this is like, it keeps getting a struggle for AI getting this right. And if you do storytelling, this needs to be good. So I tested AI for 2 full-time months, in depth, every video and image generator. I've tested it. And my conclusion on will you be replaced as an environment designer is no. But it really depends what kind of work you do. If you make these landscapes, these nature landscapes, with no architecture, with no storyline, yeah, that part will be replaced. But if you start adding architecture, and it doesn't really matter what kind, but if you focus on something specific and be very good at it, and you know how to add a storyline in that, there is plenty work. Even, I want to say this different, because there is now AI, you can improve your work by just adding more little details and making it look better. So I'm very positive at it. I keep working with AI. It will be part of my work. But I also made this conclusion that focusing more on my medieval environments is the right thing to do. So I will think about this, what I will do in the future, but this is something I learned. It was worth a lot, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you back.